Late that summer, when school finally released its grip on our tired minds, 5 of us decided to spend a week away from everything. We chose a quiet lake house near Lake Superior, far from cities, noise, and Wi-Fi. It sounded perfect, just forest, water, and freedom. The house stood alone at the edge of the trees. Tall pines surrounded it so tightly that even in the afternoon, the porch was covered in shadows. The owner, an old man who barely looked at us, handed over the key and said only one strange thing. "Whatever you hear at night, don't open the door." We laughed about it later, probably just a way to scare teenagers. The first 2 days were amazing. We swam in the cold, clear water, played cards until midnight, and told stupid horror stories to make each other jump. But on the third night, the wind changed. It began with a sound, a slow knock. Not on the front door, on the wall beside my bed. 3 knocks, pause, 3 knocks again. I thought it was one of my friends trying to scare me. I checked my phone, 3:12 a.m. The knocking continued, moving along the wall as if something outside was walking around the house, dragging its hand across the wood. In the morning, I asked everyone who did it. No one laughed, no one admitted anything. And then we saw it. Deep scratches in the wooden wall, long and uneven, as if made by enormous claws. They weren't there before. That night we stayed together in the living room. No one wanted to sleep alone. Around midnight, the lights began to flicker. The air felt heavy, hard to breathe. The lake outside was completely still, too still. No insects, no wind, no sound at all. Then we heard footsteps on the porch, slow, wet, barefoot. They stopped right outside the front door. 3 knocks, this time on the door. My friend Alex whispered, "Don't open it." But curiosity is stronger than fear when you're 16 and think you're invincible. The handle slowly turned. We hadn't locked it. The door creaked open by itself. Nothing stood there. Only darkness and the smell, like rotten water. Suddenly from the lake came a splash, loud and violent, as if something enormous had jumped out of the water. We ran to the windows. In the moonlight, we saw a shape standing at the edge of the dock. Tall, too tall. Its body looked wrong, bent at strange angles. Water dripped from its skin. Its head tilted unnaturally to one side, like it was studying us. And then it started walking toward the house. Not running, walking, slowly. Each step made a wet slapping sound on the wooden boards. We backed away from the windows. Someone started crying. Someone else tried to call the police, but there was no signal. The power went out. Total darkness swallowed the room. The footsteps reached the porch, 3 knocks. The door shook violently this time, as if hit from the outside. We pushed the couch against it, holding it in place. The knocking stopped. Silence again. Then we heard something worse. A voice, soft, whispering, calling each of our names from inside the house. The voice moved from room to room as if searching. We could hear it in the kitchen, then upstairs, then right behind us. But nothing was there. One by one, the whispers became screams. Our own voices screaming for help, repeating things we had said earlier that week. Private jokes, secrets, arguments. It knew us. Suddenly, the temperature dropped. I could see my breath in the air. The door stopped shaking. We waited. Minutes passed. Nothing. Finally, as dawn approached, pale light filled the room. We moved the couch and opened the door. The porch was empty. The lake was calm. No footprints, no scratches, nothing. Except one thing. On the wooden door, carved deeply into the surface, were 5 words. "You opened the door," but we hadn't. Had we? None of us could clearly remember the exact moment the handle turned. We left immediately, packed everything in silence. As we drove away, I looked back at the house. For a second, I saw someone standing in the upstairs window, watching us. It looked exactly like me, smiling.